Character trivia. Quirks. Hot damn. Let's do this.
What time is it, by the way?
At this point, I'm just gonna be filming the entire thing. I'll deal with this cutting off when we get to it.
Okay. Devil hates and can be hurt by sunlight, while Temperance can't be without it. It's an interesting pair.
You're goddamn right.
Hanged Man isn't really high all the time, but he's overly curious. Trying to smoke anything is just fun. Well, for you, maybe. Priestess and Magician both have a bad habit of spying when they're not needed. Magician.
Priestess too.
There's bears, though! Moon's favorite hobby is to dance. The fans are usually used for it and just happen to help fight. Sun is very two-faced. While in here, it couldn't be shown in the game, he can be a happier, sunnier guy.
Not this time, though.
Several of the Arcana can play instruments. Judgment with a guitar, Empress with a violin, and so on. Wait, what can World play?
He sings.
I was kind of hoping you'd say, it's a triangle.
I mean, that too.
That's strength, though. Strength is the one with the little triangle. Bing! It helps him feel wanted.
Or symbols, because he crashed them together as much as he can.
Yeah, but he couldn't keep, like... If he crashed them together, he'd bend them.
Well, that's why he only crashes it once.
And then he destroys them.
And then he gets another set.
With a little, like, thing, he has to be very careful and just tap.
Yes.
Bing! Strafe can never pull flowers up normally. He can only pull them up with the roots intact. This counts with trees. I've got him! Chuck! Don't got him. Death is the only Arcana who keeps his memories. He can leave his form anytime he wants.
He's just very good that way.
Star is actually the youngest of the group. Judgment is the oldest.
That's why he's done with everyone's bullshit.
Bullshit. Rise, top, and false personalities represent first impressions, optimism, and pessimism, respectively.
Yes.
Think back to that final conversation you had with them.
Development! Let's do this!
Hermit was only supposed to appear once for his death and never again. Then Kill got attached.
It's true.
You couldn't see it, but my eyebrows just slid so far up my head they disappeared into my bangs. Rev as well was only supposed to arrive only at the end of the game, World 2, and then I got attached.
Well, Piano got attached too, and I got attached, so we got him up for 2 scenes, and then the end.
Ooh, 2 scenes, and then I gave him half of a game.
It's true.
And now he's gonna get a game all to himself. With Rev and World, Kyo felt it lacked big enough fleshing out for people to care, so they got big roles. And then I sunk my claws in, and it got worse. Finland's character arc is based on the Christmas episode of Fairly Odd Parents.
It's true, because I couldn't fucking think of anything for him to do.
Oh my god. There was originally a side plot in nature when the prisoners would change back to their old forms.
It's true.
Mainly how they get each other's clothes. But the side plot didn't go anywhere, so it was cut. Rev originally was an extremely unstable creature, more prone to violence and not getting social cues. I misread as more phone violence. Rev had to be matured up from his original draft because we felt he had to be smarter to pull this off. And yet he was so smart, he forgot not to be greedy.
It's true.
The main inspirations for this game were Persona, Final Fantasy, and American McGee's Alice. And the Phantom of the Opera.
You goddamn right. The only reason why I got away with the Phantom of the Opera is because Piano had never seen the movie.
There are a couple of cut worlds and concepts, but those are planned to be put in the sequel. Like mermaids!
And being on clouds.
I'm almost sad. Oh, we've already done this one.
Yeah. You're sad?
I'm sad that America didn't get to fly like he wanted. And if he was actually... And I know that he's, like, the final prisoner, so to speak, in the sequel, but
Mm-hmm.
he deserves to get to fly.
Who knows? You never know. Though, now, since that part's all done, you can read the last 4 host records. And you know who's in there.
Millie.
Yes. A yellow rose. Read it? Yes.
Host record 33,825. Andres Santiago. Remained in contact for 6 months. Joker form, Julio, best friend who moved away. A lonely child found by the Joker in the back alley of a heart of Spain. The boy ran away from home and had been living out of a box for a day or so. Joker convinced the boy to go home, if only so he could have a more comfortable place to sleep to be with us. Chariot, who had taken the form of Andre's mother, Maria, had been in a bit of trouble this cycle. Their mania consisted of gardening, especially just tending to the family garden obsessively. This was fine at first until Andre made it a point to destroy it. Not once, not twice, but 8 times. It would seem Andre felt a lot of resentment towards his parents' projects. He says he was forced to participate in them. At some point, Chariot achieved red and found a way to terraform the entire realm. Everything was overtaken by vines, flora, and fauna. It was Captain Planet all gone wrong. When the fauna started to become carnivorous, Joker put Chariot down. It wasn't long after that that Andre passed away in his sleep, as per usual. I'm not bitter or anything. Chariot was to blame, but death shielded his wings from any sort of revenge Joker wanted to send out. It's not often we see Chariot's extreme side, but it is a powerful state. We must be wary to always accept their interests lest it destroy everything. Grieving period, 6 months. Arcana dead, Chariot. Afflicted Arcana, Sun, Star, and Strength. May his memory stay watered and beautiful. Signed, Priestess.
Winku wonku. Next.
There's a book with a white lily on the cover. It looks extremely old. Read it?
Yes.
Friend 3. Lucille. 8-month. Joker, Giovanni. Sweet smile. Sad eyes. Eyes brown, hair brown, curly. Favorite dress, green and white. She tells me about diary. She gave me this one for me to write things in. She loves to be held. Strength picks her up lots. She reads me stories from what she calls library. I like them. Father, bad. Got rid of cat. We make cat for her. She is happy. She got top marks in class today. We threw a party for her. This is very good. Magiciano plays dress-up with her. Makes her duchess for day. This is also good. Mother, back from voyage. She brings new cat. All is well. Oh. She is gone. I miss her. Hurt? No. Sad? Many. Her flower will stay watered and beautiful. Goodbye, Priestess.
One of the first few that Priestess ever made. Back when they could afford to get attached. It's sad.
She may have helped teach Priestess to read.
Mm-hmm. With a lotus on the cover. Just do it.
Host record 4,902. Chai Sung Kulvid. Remained in contact for 5 months. Joker form, Kosum, previous lover. A man having been forced into an arranged marriage by his parents, traveling across the country and cannot see his beloved any longer. The fantasies here mostly consist of a domestic life of his past lover being his wife instead. Some of the Arcana take turns pretending to be his new children. Lovers is concerned for Chai Sung, bringing up to Joker that we should intervene. Magician agrees with them, and others rally in. The Arcana are coming together! Good!
Sometimes they do, if they have, like, a specific goal.
Joker doesn't want to mess things up and make him leave them, but it would appear he doesn't have much of a choice. During Joker's sleep period, World opened the door to his dreams so they could still interact with him, despite Joker's rules of never doing so without him. Magician and lovers maintained their disguises and had a talk with him about leaving his wife for real. Needless to say, when Joker woke up from his sleep, Chai-sun was nowhere to be found. From what we overheard from the wife, he left her to go elope properly with Kosum. Joker was very mad at us, but can't help but be happy for him. And now he's in love. Shit. Good. I'm glad. Wherever you are, congratulations on the wedding. I hope it is as spectacular as you dreamed it would be. Grieving period, 2 months. I'm not sad, it's just... I don't know whether to be sad or happy. I hate when my emotions conflict. May his memory stay watered and beautiful. Signed, Priestess.
See, here's the thing to remember, too. Not all of the hosts that were with Rev died.
No.
Sometimes they escaped.
Or sometimes the other Arcana let them escape.
Mm-hmm.
There's a book with a mixed Zenny on a cover. Read it. Host record, 589,712. Millie Morrison.
Your favorite.
Motherfucking Macy's sale! Remained in contact for 7 months. Joker form, Randall, her father. A small girl having a hard time dealing with her father being drafted out into the war. Joker does his best to fill in, but it's not the same. A lot of us have to step in to make sure she's happy and doing okay. Joker hasn't perfected emulating a father figure, but she's happy enough. World and Judgment especially have stepped up as mother and aunt respectively of the group. It makes sense since they tended to Joker when he was a pup a lot. Out of some sheer luck and coincidence, near the point of Millie giving up all hope, her real father returned. Joker kept going, though, as though things were normal, but Millie was no longer dependent upon him to feel her father's love, so she shut us out. Joker tried to force his way back in, but in doing so we experienced a very rare case. World achieved red and in a startling surprise literally beat Joker. Blood was spilled, bruises were made, anything to stop him from reaching Millie. He fucking hulked out!
Get away from my daughter, you bitch!
You bitch! Judgment eventually came to intervene and pull them apart. It was the first time we'd ever seen Joker hide behind another Arcana to hide from World. World had to be put down lest he go too far and kill Joker. We still need this habitat after all. Judgment didn't want to do it, but he did. It's nothing personal. It's just business. What do you mean it isn't personal? Of course it's personal! He's going to hurt her! Quiet. World will forget this moment in time like all cycles, but I doubt Joker ever will. I hope it teaches him to think before he acts. Also, that was fucking spectacular.
Yes.
As for Millie, I hope she grows up to be a lovely young lady, and to have her father walk her down the aisle like she wanted. That is a tradition she was looking forward to. Grieving period, 2 months. The bruises, forever. Arcana and death, World. Afflicted Arcana, Judgment, and World. May her memory stay watered and beautiful. Signed, Priestess. A little doodle of, like, Rev with X's in his eyes with his tongue sticking out.
Blech.
And just, like, World, like, Nicole stomping the crap out of his back. With her heels on her skirt.
Good! Okay, I think that's all of them?
Yep.
That means we only have one place left to go. But before then, let's see how long. Oh man, we got past 20 hours! Woo! We hit the 20 mark! I know it doesn't say that, but remember, we had to skip a fuck ton to get back to the good ending. So, it's probably more around like 20 hours 15, 20 hours 30 minutes. So, We have one last thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Going out the door. For a moment, all y'all been waiting for is us to fucking end it. God.
That's not true.
I get... You know me.
I do. I know you.
Itchy nose.
Where's the credits, though?
It's coming up. There it is. It froze for a second. So it's like, fuck. Loading.
So, it's over. The main game is over.
It's still wild to think, because it's like, that's my usual go-to of, like, just tinkering with it when I'm bored. And it's like, now, I don't. What the fuck do I do now? I'm gonna try to work on House of Winter next. But it's like, it's never the same.
You have a sequel to start on if you wish.
I need to get the fucking plot, because all of it's missing. Yes.
There's that. There's House of Winter, like you mentioned.
I'm gonna get face sets for those. I'm commissioning Jude to do face sets like they did for this one, so it'll be special.
Good. I'm glad.
Oh, this one's the full version. So you can
question.
see every single song used.
If you could go back and add in anything that was cut from this game, or you had initially dreamed of having, other than mermaids and cloud things, because that's going into...
Yeah.
Something that is not going into the sequel. What would it be?
God, I don't know. I feel like there was something, but I don't remember. Well, the Huff and Guff turned out pretty good. I don't even remember the stuff that I wanted to put in anymore.
Well, I remembered you wanted to, you were considering following World and Chariot around.
Oh yeah, I had an idea for a side game with that. But Piano was like, so who knows, I might still do it someday. So it's just a side game of like, yo, you haven't played it before, you gotta. But this is like, I don't know, side thing. Also, Finland had a lot more agency in the last one, but it didn't make sense a bit, but I might, I don't know. Either A, put it in the side game, or So, any thoughts from you? You playing the entire thing over again, and you being a technical third party, what would you rate this game? 1 out of 10. 10 being creme de la creme.
A 7. 7.5 to 8.
Interesting.
Mostly because a lot of the dialogue and characterizations, they need to be updated.
Mm-hmm.
It is very much a product of its time when it was specifically when it was made, and it can be super cringy at times.
Mm-hmm.
But that's really what's holding it back. I mean, you've hammered out most of the glitches. The art is great. The mapping is great, outside of me and Tema occasionally breaking the game. The plot, I feel like a lot of the characters that are introduced you see once and they disappear.
Mm-hmm. Hey, it's you.
Oh, hey, it's me. Like Tower, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
He appears once, he is a vague obstacle, and then he dies. he is not given nearly the amount of time that, say, Hermit is, or Justice, and I completely understand why, but he's not the only one. Like, Chariot, I feel, really deserved more. It was very much go in, thing happens, basic stuff is given to him, they leave. Let's see here. Moon was kind of the same way, outside of, like, his snippets in her Hermit. And Hermit was originally meant to be the same way, too. One off, he dies, he's killed, move on.
Want to know a fun fact? In the original script, Moon had no lines. No, he had one. That's it. You only figured out his name from his tarot card, but then I fixed it. So it's... Yeah, I agree with you. It could have been better. Could have been a lot better.
We also spent an enormous amount of the game focusing on just 2 of the Arcana.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what felt like the whole middle section was about Justice and Hermit.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that if you did this for everybody, the game would be like 60 hours long.
Mm-hmm.
But even like having or a thirding some of that stuff and maybe giving some of it to Empress and Emperor, for instance, it would have fleshed out the Arcana themselves quite a bit more, and we could have seen like back and forth and relationship stuff and that kind of thing. So we can get like more of an idea of how they function, because they're completely alien. We don't really know that much about them.
Mm-hmm.
They were 2 Arcana that we barely saw too. Same thing with Sun. That's really, in my mind, the greatest failing of Dreamtalia. You had all these side characters, a lot of side characters, and a very crowded, like, a very crowded cast list, but you didn't do a lot with them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what holds it back for me.
Mm-hmm.
What? That's all I have to say.
Okay, I was like, I didn't know if you had anything more to add. I was like, okay. Any pros?
I did tell you that, like, the mapping is great, you've gotten all the bugs out of it, the artwork is wonderful.
Bugs.
Kyo.
There's still glitches in there, and I know it.
Look, this is no Ubisoft game, okay? I have seen true glitches. I have seen fucking Russia walk over and set himself on fire. This is not horribly glitchy. Like, I've never seen a character's head float off their shoulders because their walk cycle isn't correct. Remember, there was a couple of games that we played like that where the spriting was weird and their head, like the top of their half of their head would appear on their shoes when they walked.
Yes.
Okay. All the spriting is good. That's all great. You have custom sprites in there, and even a few that you made, and they're all fine. Like, the art, like, your art direction, because you did draw out all the screenshots before you put them in there. That was all great. Like I said before, I think you just kind of glossed over that. Fundamentally, it's a great game.
Just lacking in the character ensemble.
It needs less and it needs more. It needs either fewer characters with more time devoted to them individually, or it needs, like, more time.
Mm-hmm.
Because it would have been it would have been so much fun, okay, if we could have had, like, Emperor chasing your ass around.
Mm-hmm.
And you have these very little occasional battles every so often with him, and you just play it for comedy because he takes himself too seriously. You could have played with Prussia's character in that regard, and it was like, really, am I this annoying? Yes! Or with Empress being just really laid back and chill, and you stomp in there and like, hey, why don't we take them as a hostage? And then shenanigans ensue. It could have been like, or you could have gone a more serious route with the hostage taking thing, and you could have learned about their relationship with each other and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I don't know, you make friends with Empress, and Prussia gets kind of conflicting feelings because it's Austria, and Austria's being stupidly pretty and, like, stupidly attractive. And then you get this kind of, like, weird moment with, Emperor dropping in out of the ceiling, and he accidentally skewers his darling.
Shit.
Because he's trying to protect Prussia, his new friend.
Because, like, that's one of the things I'm hoping for in the sequel is, yeah, I know there's a lot of new ones, but I'm hoping to, like, not reintroduce, but re-get some of the old ones that were pushed aside in there to have a second chance now that they actually know who they are. That's one of the things I'm really hoping to fix with the sequel is, yeah, I'm having new ones, but I'm wanting to rehash the old ones so the ones that were pushed aside have a bit more agency, especially if they actually recognize you. They're like, hey, I know you. You fucking murdered me. How you doing?
There's also one other thing that you already know that I haven't.
Girls!
Yes.
Oh, you know I'm fixing that.
I know you're fixing that because I would have kidney punched you. I would have jumped
I had it planned already before you were even in the picture.
I'm glad, because, as I was about to say, I would have bought a train ticket and ridden 5 hours and then taken a bus to your place, because now I know where it is on the Max line. And I would have kidney punched you if you had done that again.
Yeah, no, you know my girls. They're good.
Yes, I do know your girls.
Also, I want to bring in Taiwan just so she can be confusingly... I want her to be a useless lesbian, but I don't know how to do that.
You want a useless lesbian? You just need to talk to me!
I like that how it implies that you're the useless lesbian.
Kyle has called me that!
Awesome. We have a useless lesbian on our team.
Useless lesbian, as I'm, like, melting on the side of the car as we're driving to work.
It's perfect.
That was something else that kind of dropped it down a rung. Not a rung, but like half a rung for me. It was like, you lampshaded the fact that there weren't any girls in it, but you did nothing to fix it, even after Piano left the project.
Yep.
It was just like... Okay. I'm sure some of you would have thought that that was, it saved it, or it would have been, it's better as it is, but... It's a product of its time.
And it's over!
And it is over.
Thank God.
And now the prequel needs to come out.
Let me
and
play
the sequels. It. I am working on it!
I want to play it so bad.
Like, let's be honest here. I've been talking to Data and Max because they were kind of curious about it, and they wanted to know everything. So I told them the entire plot, all of it, from start to finish, with everybody included.
Rad.
And they were like, holy shit! They really like Corellia in particular.
Good. Corellia's great.
Corellia is great, and they drew him really angry, and I'm like, yes, good. but I need to remake a lot of the screenshots, and I need to remake all the face sets, because my art has gotten so much better since then, and it is aged so poorly.
Pat.
At least on an art level.
Pat.
Though I have, like, the first 8th or 6th of it already coded.
That's why I want to play it.
I'm not gonna give you it until I have a full half done. Hey man, unless you want to help me code it.
I offered that, like, today, and I think you glossed over it.
Because I'm not sure how to feel about that. It's a self-project.
Also, I'm excited for Sleeping Bow. I will beta test fuck out of it.
I need to lock down one of the side quests and make sure that you can't take the second route. Because you're supposed to be able to take 2 routes, and it dramatically affects how the game progresses, and the plot, and how that works. But I haven't had time since work sucks the soul right out of me.
What you do is you place a game over when you put the second one, so they have to be punted back to the title screen and have, like, it's like, this route's not available, please try the other one right now, and then you punt it back to the title screen, so then they try again from their last save.
I am not going to be that cruel. I will just say...
That's not even cruel!
What if they haven't saved up to that point?
Then they play it again! It's not that far in!
There's this massive cutscene, unskippable cutscene up from before then.
Then have them save before the cutscene. Like, have the save prompt come up as they head into the thing.
How about I just say, this route isn't available right now, and then it kicks you back to the main, like, section.
Okay.
So you can make the decision, you can actually pick the other one.
Boop.
So this one will be available upon full release, and then you can go from there.
Yes.
So I'm not a bitch. I am a big, nasty bitch, but I'm not that big of a nasty bitch. Apparently Kyo is, but I'm not.
Or maybe have it, like, take it out of the choice option and put it below, so no matter what you pick, it goes to the, like, after that, no matter what. Anyway, we're still recording. We did...
Whoa, what?
Yeah, I never had a chance to turn it off.
Shit!
So you just heard some game dev talk.
Meanwhile...
So, I hope you guys enjoy it. Again, I have a survey for the full game if you'd like to leave your opinion on it down in the description. So yeah, that's Dreamtalia, my magnum opus of a game. Holla, I guess.
Holla, get on.
Ha ha ha.
This is supposed to help people learn.
Yeah, so... Next, I don't know what's fucking next, but thank you, Lubo, also for staking with me the entire fucking time.
Would it have been anyone else?
Not really, no. You're perfect. Mwah.
Well, other than Dig. But
Dig already did it.
Dig has done it once, and...
Yeah, if you have a problem with all the Juruk and all the side stuff, just watch me and Dig play it. We have a previous one. It's still up.
And it is a clean run-through with nothing added to it.
Yep, it is taken seriously.
Well, we took it seriously, but we didn't
Not
add
with
anything
side
extra.
quests!
Yes, the side quests, the Jur UK and everything else.
And the, Fruscia.
And the Fruscia, and the
Japruda.
and the Can Ukraine. Yeah, that's in there.
Holla. Anyway, yes.
Pointed stare.
Pointed stare at the comments section. So have a good day, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Sweet dreams, motherfuckers. Ow, that hit my voice.
Of these, who am I to disagree?
Hot.
You think so?
Yes.
Oh.